Hello, Jen. How are you doing?
I'm doing very well. Thanks so much for joining me. How's everything over there?
Yeah, we're good. We're all right, thank you. I mean, we're still in lockdown in the UK till sort of June time, but
Okay.
I think we're all just dealing with it as best we can now. There's definitely a sense that everyone's ready to get back out there.
I know, right? Yeah, I feel like we're just so used to it at this point.
Yeah, what's it like over in the States?
Well, I think at least in Boston, they're opening up the vaccine to people 16 and older in just a few weeks. So I feel
Right.
like we're starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel. Um, we're not completely reopened yet. I think, yeah, probably around the same time you guys are. I think that's when things will probably reopen more to the public.
Cool.
But I'm kind of at that point where if I see someone without a mask, it's weird. I'm like, wow, you look so strange. Because I'm just
Yes.
so used to seeing people with a mask on at this point that if I see someone without one, I'm like, you look weird.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have like mask season for a couple of years now, aren't we?
Yeah.
Everyone's gonna get on board with it.
Yeah, I'm actually getting my first vaccine on Monday. So
Oh, nice.
yeah, I feel like yeah, I'm a little excited and optimistic now that things will, you know, start to get back to normal soon.
Yeah, I had my first one about a month ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it was the vaccine itself. The process was absolutely fine. I had a bit of a sketchy reaction to it the night after, but that's quite common it seems.
Yeah, everyone's telling
Uh,
me it's the second one that's a doozy that really hits you.
yeah, I hear the second one's the worst, but I don't know of anyone that's had the second one yet, so I couldn't comment.
Yeah, but we'll see how it goes. Anyway, let's
Yeah,
talk music.
yeah, of course, yeah.
So, yeah, congratulations to you guys. I'm really loving the remixed and remastered version of Eagle. It's sounds awesome.
Oh, nice, cool, yeah. It definitely has more impact, more presence, and it's actually got some different parts on there as well, compared with the original album version. Basically, it's been received really well. We sort of decided we'd use this lockdown time to sort of reevaluate what we'd done and reassess how to move forward. So it was a good time really to keep something to do, to rework those original tracks, um, and the remastering process as well. I mean, the Carbon Four was our first album, and we the whole mastering process was a bit of a dark art to us. And now we're a couple of years further down the line. I think you get an ear for what you want to hear, how you want it to sound, and our tracks just weren't like popping on playlists like other bands, that we've played with, and we couldn't sort of work it out. And then we found this guy Graham, who works as 209 Mastering, and whatever he's done has just took it to that next level. So you combine the remaster with the remix, and yeah, it's definitely got a bit more to say, I think, now.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Yeah, when I was listening to it, it's like the melody is really captivating, but also the vocals, they just they really pop and I
Yeah, I think
it really grabbed my attention.
yeah, you're not the first person that's actually said the vocals are kind of a particular part that stands out some more, which is great because I think the vocals really nice on that track, and we've always been really proud of it. So it's good to hear that it's ticking the right boxes, as a remaster. But yeah, thank you. It's very very kind of you to say.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Mr. Matt.
Hello, Matt.
Hello, how's it going?
It's going well.
Yeah, I've just said I don't know what's going on. Can you guys hear me all right?
Yeah.
All right, sound. Okay, I think we're good then.
Yeah, I like your shirt. Blackstone Cherry, they're a cool band.
Thank you very much. They're a favourite of mine.
Have you seen them live before?
Loads of times.
I've never.
Oh, they're well worth seeing.
That's awesome. Yeah, I was just complimenting you guys on the remixed and remastered version of Eagle.
Thank you very much.
How I was really admiring how the vocals really stand out, and love the melody and just the whole composition.
Yeah, and he's a pretty good vocalist. I won't tell him that, but
It's amazing. It's amazing what you can do in the studio with tools and stuff nowadays.
What are you looking forward to most about, being on a record label?
I mean, the £250,000 advance, maybe. I don't know. No, I think for us, we can benefit from the industry contacts they have and their experience. We've kind of learned everything ourselves up to this point, so it would be nice to have a new set of tools and contacts list to tap into. I don't know. Would you agree, Matt?
yeah, I'd say it's just having the benefit of knowing the people and the places to play, which, because we were going off our own instincts and our own knowledge of the places, so at least now we have people who know, okay, this is a good place, or this is a good way to release, which is incredibly beneficial to us.
Yeah, it's really exciting that you guys are going to be part of Gravity Festival. I was looking at the lineup. It looks like it's going to be a killer show.
Yeah, that's first time there, isn't it, Matt?
It is, yeah. Well, I only recently heard about the festival myself, and then to see all the there's some top quality acts on, and it's really cool to be bunched up with them. Do you know what I mean? It's I think it's going to be our first true actual festival experience as a band, I would say. I mean, we've had a couple of shots at other places, but they weren't the same way that Gravity Festival looks to be, Yeah,
and hopefully by October, things will have improved in terms of the
That'd be
pandemic.
nice.
So hopefully people can be outside without masks and just enjoy it like it's meant to be enjoyed.
100%.
Yeah, hopefully we'll be playing at sort of venues at capacity, rather than COVID capacity, which is sort of third, I'd say, of a lot of places.
Yeah. Which is not taken away from that, because when we could play to a third of a place, it was still really nice to play to a third.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, just to play it all, I guess.
Yeah, I will never knock live performance.
100%, but there's something different about having a room full of sweaty, jumping around people, giving it, which is, you can't take away from that. That's the best thing ever. So
100%.
Well, one thing that I'm jealous about is, the new wave of classic rock movement in England. There's no lack of good bands out there. And every time I look through the Facebook group, I'm just finding so many new bands. And I'm like, this is awesome. I wish I lived in England so I could see all of them live.
Yeah.
What do you think is creating this movement in your part of the world? And I don't know, what do you think resonates with people about this style of music?
I think we're in an incredibly lucky time to have a group like that really focuses on the unsigned bands and the bands who are rising up. And whoever it was had the idea to do this is a genius, because it's a great group. Like you say, there's so much good music on there, and everyone's supporting each other, and everybody wants everyone to grow. So it's such a fantastic idea and place, and they're all real nice people. So it's
a great community.
Yeah, for real. Yeah.
Yeah, it's I'd say that sort of exposure and that community is irreplaceable. You almost can't buy that sort of exposure. And yeah, considering they're only set up in 2017, I believe.
It wasn't that long ago, was it?
Yeah, it wasn't. I mean, that's still, it's not an old time forum. It's not an old time group. And it's just, it's great to have them on board, and it's great that they dig us. And we're actually we'll be doing a little Webfest Friday session for them in the coming weeks with a couple of other UK bands. So we're looking forward to getting that out.
Yeah, it's going to be quite good. I'm pleased with what we've got back, like video wise and stuff for that. So I'm really looking forward to putting that out.
Oh, that should be fun to see.
Yeah.
So it's already been filmed.
It has. So we did a webfest session for them in the first lockdown.
Okay.
And we all, recorded it in our rooms, and we were in little deep parts of the screen like that, and it just wasn't the same vibe. And then this time round, so I don't know what it's like in the States, but in the UK currently, it's essential shops that are open, but recording studios are allowed to stay open, so long as you're there for work and it's deemed a work project. So we were actually able to get into a studio together for the first time in, I don't know, 3-4 months.
Yeah.
A good while.
It was before Christmas, so
Yeah.
Oh,
Like-
that's really cool.
Yeah, it's amazing. So just to get in a room together again and play. Fortunately, I don't think we'd rusted too much in that time. We managed. There were a few retakes, there were a few start overs, and a few expletives, but once we warmed into it, I think the outcome is going to be real cool, and I'm looking forward to seeing how the world receives it.
yeah.
Oh, nice. And what day does that come out again?
It's the 9th of April, Friday the 9th.
Okay.
Thank you, Matt.
Oh,
Right.
weeks from now.
I was going to say early April sometime.
Yeah, go have them dates in the brain, man.
That's it.
What is it about this style of music that resonated with you? So Alistair, like, is there a vocalist or frontman that really captured your attention to kind of pursue singing?
I guess Paul Rogers was like a guy who I dig and looked up to at first, getting into the Free and Bad Company stuff, and then more recently, Jay Buchanan of Rival Sons.
He's good, yeah.
Yeah, obviously he's kind of like a modern day. I don't know. They've got a lot of Zeppelin vibes about them, but I think maybe a little less bluesy than them. But yeah, those guys. He's got an incredible range. Yeah, I mean, I'm different in as much as I think I have a cleaner vocal tone, but the range and the dynamic and the power is something I sort of look to try and, if I can get in the J Buchanan, that sort of area with the power, be cool.
Yeah, I definitely can feel the emotion that you evoke when you sing, which is something I really respect when I listen to music. Is
Nice, thank you very
when
much.
you can believe what they're singing. It kind of comes to them effortlessly.
Yeah, I mean, it's weird. Some lyrics, when I'm singing them, I would perform them. They take me right back to how I was feeling, when I wrote it, and whatever it was at the time, the frustration, the anger, the euphoria, the bad relationship, whatever. I can just take me right back there, and I just sort of, I guess that channels through. But I don't know. Everyone's different, aren't they?
Yeah. And how about you, Matt? Is there like a certain style of drumming when you approach music? How do you approach drumming?
I don't really focus too much on like the technical aspects of drumming, because I feel that a lot of drumming and a lot of the way that people feel when they hear that sort of stuff is they want to move and they want to bob their head and stuff like that. So a lot of my drumming stuff is rooted in funk and hip hop, weirdly enough, which then developed into playing rock style, but with funky hip hoppy elements to the drums. And that's sort of how I've always been. And then there's people like John Fred Young from Blackstone Cherry, who is incredibly influential in the way that I play on stage, because like if you're putting on a performance, it shouldn't just be the musical aspect, you should also like add yourself to it as well. So that's sort of how I look at it, really. I like to play,
Yeah, as long as you're having fun, I think that resonates with the audience.
That's the main thing, really, is if I can come off stage and someone can say to me, "Oh, you look like you're having a really good time," and it sounded great, then perfect. That's exactly what I'm aiming for.
You remember like the first song you learned on drums?
It's All Right Now was the first song I ever learned.
I think I know
and
that. But I can't remember the band name. Is it Free or something like that?
I think it's
or-
Free.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's free. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. And I can still see like the sheet music in my brain sometimes when I go to sleep, because it was drilled into me for like 3 weeks. And yeah, I can still remember it vividly to this day.
Yeah, fun fact, when I was in fifth and sixth grade, we had band class and I was the only girl drummer.
Oh, dope. Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
then I unfortunately never stuck with it, so now I
It's always
just drum
something
with
you can bring
pencils.
back.
Pencils and pens.
Sometimes they're the best.
Tapping on tables, that's where it all starts, isn't it?
Yeah. I spend more time tapping on tables than I do tapping on drum kits. So.
Right now, anyway, yeah.
So what else do you guys have planned in the next coming months? Any more music videos or singles?
I'll leave that to you, Ali.
We're more right now. We're looking at getting some live dates booked up again. And I'd say in like the last 10 days, 2 weeks, we picked up maybe 15, 20 dates.
Oh, that's good.
So we're gonna have to, I guess, focus our attentions on getting the set tight again and our live show again when the time allows. We do have a second album in the making. We've got a lot of ideas. We've got some finished ideas, and I think the plan with that was to get a single down and out probably for this sort of time, but COVID obviously knocked everything back. So I think if we're going to look to do a single, certainly a single before the end of the year, and look to get a tour booked together autumn time of this year. We're going to go out with another London band called Hunted by Elephants.
Oh,
who,
I like that name.
if you're into your classic stuff, yeah, you'll know those guys do that very well. So yeah, that's kind of our plans. We've got bits in the pipeline, and other bits will probably crop up. And
I think it's a lot of we're putting a lot of focus onto the live shows, because when we released our album, it was just before COVID hit, so we didn't get to go and actually put the album out live on stage.
yeah, we haven't really gigged the album much at all.
That's going to be like a huge element of 2021 for us, I think.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I feel like that's what everyone wants to do right now, is get back to playing live.
Yeah, for real.
If you have the opportunity, you better grab it.
The thing is, everyone's fighting for their piece of the pie now. You've got thousands of bands all looking to get the next part of this year booked up. So
Yeah, I'm sure venues are getting so many emails and phone calls.
Yeah.
we've got to hope that we can just swing our name about enough and keep our hat in the ring.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, my hope is to get to see all the bands part of this movement live, but I think I have to go over to England first.
You should do it. Come over here.
Yeah, I mean, rock is definitely not dead in the UK.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's where so many of the classic rock bands came from, so it's no surprise, I think.
Yeah. There's definitely an element that feels like there's like a new generation of that starting again, and it's really cool to have our hat in the ring, as they say.
Oh yeah,
in
definitely.
that situation, it's cool.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a very exciting year, for sure.
Hope so. Oh wow.
Oh, do you guys have merch as well, or is that something that you're going to be creating?
We do.
Go on, Matt.
Go on, Ali. Oh, right. Look at us. We do. We've got a big cartel page, which we've got a couple of T-shirts and obviously our album and that. But I think this year we're also going to be adding to the merch and bringing out some new stuff, potentially hats and stuff like that. So we shall see.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, guys, I really appreciate your time. It's been a blast getting to know you guys, and can't wait to see what you guys have coming out.
No worries.
Thank you
Jen.
so much.
Yeah, thank you very much for taking the time to chat to us, and thanks for spreading the word, and hope you dig the stuff.
Oh yeah, absolutely. My pleasure, guys.
Awesome.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much.
Bye bye.
Bye.